Hey you guys, Engineer Pat 5290 coming to you with part 2 of the May Q&A responses, and we're going to start back with take username. Been very busy this month and I apologize. Hey, it's all good, man. Been looking forward to this and going through your videos for this month, so let's get started. Do you like Pop-Tarts? Oh yeah, and if so, would your particular favorite flavor? Brown, sugar, cinnamon, and chocolate chip. What was the last song you listened to? Well, I listen to a lot of music, mostly country and a lot of the oldies from 50s through the 80s. I do listen to a little bit of rap, but it's not as much. And I do listen to a little bit of pop nowadays, a little bit of little hip hop or R&B. So I'm kind of a mix with songs, but yeah, but I still listen to music on a regular basis. Best restaurant in your area. I have so many good ones in my area. I just can't name them all because it's so many of them. One of them, my favorites, is George's Steakhouse in my own hometown. It's excellent. One of the best steaks you can get in town, buddy. Good old local steak, man. It's good local food. Favorite kind of cheese? Ooh, I like this one. Like cheddar cheese, American cheese, provolone cheese, pepper jack cheese. I love spicy food. So I do like a lot of cheeses. Swiss is pretty good, but I always like it melted on pastrami. Would you rather live in rural, urban, or suburban area? That's a really good question. I always like to live in. I've always been kind of a city boy because I like living in neighborhoods where you get to know all of your neighbors and going to like a smaller city, like where I am, and I just like knowing it because you get to know a lot of people, but you're kind of all together like a family. It's not like some of these bigger cities out there where you're just a dot on the map. I like where I live because it's just kind of small, and I like it. Do you prefer subs, burgers, or sandwiches? I actually prefer all three on that note. Basically, most any food you can put in front of me and I'll eat it. What is the most interesting thing you've seen outside of your own state? I gotta think on that one. Are there any subjects you're interested in but haven't pursued any due to lack of time? Well, model railroading I have put aside. I'm trying to get back into model railroading. But I also really want to continue focusing on photography and improving my skills in not only movie making but also stills. What's the best tour you've ever been on? Well, I've had a tour of AT&T Stadium before, which is home of the Dallas Cowboys. One of my very favorite trips, thanks to the Boy Scouts, as a matter of fact. Are you a deep or light sleeper? I have to get my sleep, because if not, man, I'm not really any good. Do you have a favorite type of locomotive cab design? I have one name for it, the EMD standard cab that we have all known. I like that one and the EMD high hood. EMD nailed the high hood and they nailed the standard cab. What time of day would you consider yourself most productive? Well, mostly during the workday. Plus, after dinner, sometimes I like to wind down and take things easy and just kind of enjoy some time, with my family or even do editing. Excuse me. Ever been to Ruby Falls? No, I haven't, but I will definitely look that up. What is one railway you haven't seen in all your time of rail fanning? Man, that is a really good question. I have seen all the class ones you can think of. One that I've obviously one time is Florida East Coast. I happened to see an SD 40-2 years ago and got it. Um, but I really can't think. I have actually, yes, I do take that back. Montana Rail Link. I have never seen a Montana Rail Link unit, but that's one that I really wanted to start rail fanning if I go out west. Favorite board game? I have a couple favorites. One of them is Backgammon. I haven't played Backgammon in about 10 years. Um, I like that game. One of my favorites. And I also like Battleship. Favorite card game? Gin Rummy, baby. Uh, Least favorite board game? Chess. Never was a huge chess fan. Favorite day of the week if you have one? Well, my favorite day of the week is obviously Friday and the entire weekend. Just because it's the end of the work week and then you have the weekend to do whatever you want. Favorite month and season. My favorite month is May because of my birthday. And I also like most of the seasons, I especially like spring and summer. Fall is okay. And I also like the wintertime because it snows. If you're able to hitch around any type of freight car, which would you choose? Obviously the caboose. And right up inside the caboose, man, get to see the train from the top of the tower on top. Man, I would love to ride in a caboose. Do you or have do you or have you had any pets? I did have a dog. Her name was Marley, as a matter of fact. She was a breed of every dog you could think of, and she passed when I was 9. And do you own any baseball cards? No, I was never into baseball cards. I never was. Was never into Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon cards, but I know some people who have, and I've looked at them. They're really cool to collect, and some of those, I'm sure, are valuable today. And that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed them. Yes, I did. Thank you very much for your questions, buddy. I greatly appreciate this. Um, Northwest, Northwestern Ohio Rail fan and King of Love Train come back in. Great to see you, gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and start with Northwestern Ohio Rail fan first. I have a few. How do you know if it's your engineer friends on each NS train? I can just tell by the voice on the radio. How many heritage units have you seen so far? Well, I kind of don't want to spoil it, but then I kind of do. I've seen 16 of 20. In my May along Tidewater Rails part, I believe it's part 1 or part 2. One of those two parts will show you my 16th heritage catch. How many times have you seen NW 611 and 1218? I have seen them 3 times. I've only seen the 611 in operation. I really want to see 1218 in operation if they ever get around to restoring it. Favorite train horn, RS3L for the Leslie, P5 and P3 for older Nathans, K5 LLA for the newer Nathan horns. Will you make a locomotive model review again if you get a new HO scale locomotive? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I just haven't really been into that because of my job that's demanding, as well as catching some of the big trains right now. So those will come back when I get another HO locomotive. So thank you, sir, for your questions. King of Love Train and Cosmic Donut are the final two. What's your favorite railroad company in the world? Um, I would have to choose Norfolk Southern just because, it's Norfolk Southern. But as I've mentioned previously, all the railroads are the same to me. I know you guys are probably thinking, why are you talking like this? Well, if you really think about it, the only thing that's different are the paint scheme, the employees, location. Um, Let me think. Let me say that again. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. Excuse me. But it's basically the same locomotives. The only thing that's different are the paint schemes, the location, management, and the predecessor history. That's really the only thing that's different among the railroads now. I mean, all of them have the same locomotives and the same operations. One of the ones that is very interesting that I mentioned before is Montana Rail Link. They are an all EMD railroad. There is not one locomotive that's a GE on there. It is all EMD. That's one of the most unique railroads. Florida East Coast was all EMD. Now they have ES44 C4s, I believe. But just wanted to point that out there. Cosmic Donut comes in as the final one. Good to see you again, and thank you, King of Love Train, for your questions. Favorite Mack locomotive? 70 Mack for the win. I also like the 80s and the 90s, so all 3 of them. But I really think the 70s and 80s were really good sellers for EMD. Have you been to Georgia to Rail fan? No. Favorite spot you visited in North Carolina? Salisbury, Spencer, and Kannapolis, all those locations down there are my favorite parts on the Old Southern. I also like the Salisbury Y, and also just in that part of North Carolina are some of my very, very favorite spots just because right there you can get all the good trains on the Southern. I love the trains on the Southern. I love the trains in my own hometown. Do not misunderstand, but I do like, I do like Salisbury and Spencer and Kannapolis. I just love those towns. So, and lastly, what's your favorite cab design? EMD standard and high hood cabs. GE didn't do too bad with the high hood cab, but EMD absolutely nailed it, and they nailed the standard cab as well. So, so it is with Cosmic Donuts questions that we end um, the May Q&A responses. I would like to thank each and every one of you for uh, participating in this Q&A. I greatly appreciate you all taking the time to ask me good questions and and for having some fun with this. I'm having fun with this, guys. I really am. So um, please continue to ask them. June 1st will be right around the corner. So if you didn't ask questions this month, I strongly encourage you to ask them in June. Please continue to bring the questions, guys. Please continue. Uh, please submit your questions. And if you have new guys that are just don't know, haven't asked questions before, send them over here, guys. I'd love to see new users come in. I'd love to see existing users always come back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, that is a wrap for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for tuning to my most recent premieres. Glad to see the premieres are back on my channel, just for about a 2-month absence. So I do apologize on that, but more premieres will be coming out in the near future. So anyway, guys, that's a wrap for this video. Just remember, smash the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. If you've not yet hit the subscribe button, do it now. And remember, tap that little notification bell where you can get all the notification when I upload the latest videos, where you guys will continue to follow me on the latest videos that I'm producing. So anyway, that's a wrap for the video. I'm Engineer Pat 5290, and I'll see y'all next time. Good night, everyone, and may God bless.